Good
What's
morning,
on my
good
hair?
afternoon, and good evening, and buenos dias, and welcome back to the Daily Newsflash. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Sean Atwood channel. I hope you're all doing well. It is Tuesday. We've got a lot to talk about. There's just a madness going on right now around the world. And there seems to be a bit of a creepy theme with all of it. We'll be jumping into some headlines, jumping into the news. But Paula, how are you today? What's been happening? Your hair is looking fabulous. What has been going on with you? Tell us all about it.
I got new nails. Well, these are my nails. But the girls, I wasn't happy with the red. I mean, the color was beautiful, but it was clearly picked
The
by
streetwalker,
somebody young.
the streetwalker pink color is Molly.
No,
So
no, no.
yeah,
Molly, I can't believe Molly called me
yeah.
that. But I mean, I don't mind the streetwalker part, but if it was a very young color, and I am 55 years of age, right?
Right.
So, but look, they did this yesterday, but look at this. They did this little design.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, they were trying to do leaves, but
But it evolved
but
into
they are
in
learning. And look at the French. They did it really well.
yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it looks
And
great.
they're learning. This is one girl that she was being taught yesterday, and she did it on me.
Nice.
I'm telling you, they're experimenting on me. I really don't care. I love it. I'm loving it,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
really
Part
love
of
it.
be part
They
of
did makeup. I didn't want to show it because the makeup was a little streetwalker.
a little,
Um, no, very
a little
nice.
high contrast. A little high contrast.
No, I know, but I'm okay. Siri's hiding behind the sheets. She's under the sheets because I used the word bathe today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Today is her
A bath,
baño.
a bath.
Baño. Hoy le toca baño a la Siri. And she knows it. She's been all nice to me. And I don't understand why, because it's a nice little ritual, but she's big. As soon as
Yeah.
I use the
Listen,
word baño,
at least you can lift her up and put her in a basin, right, or like a large bucket. Thor trying to bath Thor is like a freaking. It's like having a small pony in the house, and you're trying to get him into a bath. Muddy
mm,
water, disgusting water, great, but clean, cozy water, no chance.
oh no,
Oh,
Edward, my big dog, was also like that, and he was a huge bearded collie.
yeah.
I would have to lift him up, and he, and I don't know how he did it, but whenever we were about to enter the bathtub, because he put it in the bathtub, he would open his legs against the door, so I couldn't even get in. So you would see the dog,
Yeah,
and he was.
Thor is capable of some pretty incredible acrobatics when it comes to trying to avoid the bath. Oh, Queenie is apparently hers yesterday. Her sleeping patterns apparently all to spout. So
Yeah.
she's going to try and join us if she can, but she will be back. Uh, you know, as soon as possible. Right. This is one that we didn't talk about last week, but we need to talk about, Paula, and that is the French woman.
Oh my God, are
Are
we allowed to talk about it so quickly? We can't say that word, you know that.
Yeah, no, we definitely definitely can't say that word. Uh, Now I'm going to butcher this name. Gisele
Pelicot,
Gisele Pelicot.
Giselle, Giselle
Giselle.
Pelicot.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, a man accused of intoxicating his wife and letting at least 50 men R her while she was sedated has told a French court, "I am an arpist," right? And that is obviously her husband. Warning: this can totally. There you go, guys. Discretion advised. Dominique Pelicot appeared in court in
Avignon.
Avignon, thank you, southeast France, as she gave evidence in the case that has shocked the country. According to local media, the 71-year-old defendant told the hearing, "I admit to the charges in their entirety." Wow. He added, "I am an arpist just like the others in this room." Wow. Pelicot said to have cleaned his wife's body after the attacks and gave the men orders so she would not wake, including warming their hands and not wearing aftershaves or smelly cigarette smoke. This is wild. The couple have been married for decades and have 3 children, but Pelicot was allegedly putting the powerful drug in his wife's food to knock her out prior to the attacks. The defendant, whose appearances were delayed due to health issues, has told the court that his ex-wife, how do we say that again? Sorry, Gisele,
Giselle Pelicot.
Gisele, did not deserve this. Mr.
Like
Pelicot,
Giselle Bundchen. You will remember Giselle Bundchen, the model.
no, I'm terrible with names. I'm a face guy. I'm a face guy.
Me too. Me
Uh,
too. Me.
Mr. Pelicot, who was waved her right hand to me, listened to the listened attentively to her ex-husband as he spoke, looking at him. At the point of the statement, she lowered her head, putting her sunglasses back on. For me, it's difficult to hear, she said, after she was given the opportunity to respond. For 50 years, I've lived with a man who I never imagined for a single second could do these things. I had complete confidence in this man. Pelicot was then asked to react and said, I'm guilty of what I did. He added, I regret what I did. I ask for forgiveness, even if it's not forgivable. Damn.
Oh no,
Uh,
the guy's really remorseful. I don't think he's remorseful.
I mean, just try and put that in a perspective, though. I mean, at least 50 other men.
No, no. There were 90. There were 90. She was filming 92, but they have only been able to identify 51.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's right as well. He said he recorded it all as well, right? He recorded a bunch.
Oh, and yeah, and then his daughter too, and his daughter-in-law.
Oh, right. Hang on. Pelicot faces a charge including R-word, gang R-word, and various privacy breaches by recording and disseminating S images. Prosecutors said Pelicot offered sex with his wife on a website and filmed the abuse. In addition to Pelicot, 50 other men accused of R are also on the trial. We'll get a little bit of an overview from this video in a minute. Pelicot he had a difficult upbringing and was a victim
We're
of
not
R.
even 10 minutes into. We should have picked another topic like the rain or something. You know that.
Yeah.
That
Look, to be honest, it's R words and PDF files. That's the mix. We've got a Diddy update. We've got a Huw Edwards update.
My God, I have been so disgusted by Huw Edwards. You know why? And I actually left a comment in a lawyer's things.
Yeah.
Because they were justifying the judge. You know how a guy got 20 months for posting an angry tweet, right? And the reason why the judge did it was to create a deterrent for that. Well, they have just created a precedent, a legal precedent of sentencing for these kinds of offenses, because especially in the United Kingdom, from what I understand, the United Kingdom is very much a country of precedents, right? You go to the court, oh, there's a precedence already, and lawyers or litigators cite that precedent. So this judge has just created a legal precedent for the sentencing of these horrible, horrible crimes.
Yeah.
Because now anybody who goes up there, hey, wait a minute, you gave that guy a suspended sentence for 6 months. Why are you giving me?
Oh yeah, listen, we are going to get to that, and Sean's got a juicy one this afternoon for everyone. Another expanded on the monsters of the BBC. But listen, let's go. Some of the other defendants have said that they believe Mrs. Pelicot was pretending to be asleep and in fact consented to this. If found guilty, the defendants face up to 20 years in jail. A lawyer for one of the defendants, Christoph, told Sky News at no point did his client feel like he was doing anything illegal. He continued that we just thought they were taking part in an agreed scenario between husband and wife. See, this is going to be a difficult one, surely.
Oh, no. The thing, it's not going to be a difficult one at all, because according to what the video showed, there are even text messages between them. There's even this banker who first tried to say, oh, I didn't know she was drugged. But then there's messages where he's sending a Pelicot where he says, oh, is she asleep? Because, I'm still 20 minutes away.
Yeah. It's a wild case. He continued that they just thought they were taking part in it. Yeah, okay. The husband presented the situation in the couple's fantasy, explaining that everyone gave consent, and that as part of the fantasy, there were very specific instructions that had to be followed.
Oh, look at Diddy. Did it. Did it.
Oh, listen, we're going to get to Diddy. Let's see what's.
Oh my God! And I watched Anti-Lawyers yesterday. The expose he did on his YouTube. I was laughing. Man, you know what? I just heard myself. I do have a Hispanic accent.
You do a little bit, yeah.
I sound like Speedy Gonzalez. Why haven't you told me about that?
I thought you were aware. I thought like
no, I wasn't. I just heard when I heard the word laughing.
Surmonter cette épreuve, même si c'est juste le début aujourd'hui, et qu'il faut que cela se sache et que la honte change de camp.
C'est un homme avec un parcours de vie un petit peu cabossé, qui, bon an mal an, a continué à vivre, voilà, qui a construit sa famille. Et puis à un moment donné, quelque chose s'est passé au moment de la retraite, je suppose, avec des journées beaucoup moins remplies. Et puis une enfance qui remonte à la surface.
Oh no! Don't give me that defense, because he's not remorseful. They're trying to say he had a horrible life, that he led a decent life, but it was just when he retired that something clicked and his childhood came back.
Yeah,
People have
it's
horrible childhoods, and you don't
there's
see them doing this.
having an episode, right? And then there's letting 90 people abuse your wife, right? Like there's a bit of a difference.
Mhm.
There really is. Frenchman, yeah. I mean, it's
I
just
don't even know why there's a trial. I think they should just cut off his little woohoo,
yeah.
and his little pocket of thingies, his two little brothers and his
Well,
little
the
woohoo,
thing is,
and put it aside and send them to jail so they can do to him what they did to his wife. And you know
yeah,
that this sick man
that's
has written letters, because he's been banned from writing to the family or contacting the family. So he's managed to write letters playing the victim, causing division within the family. Oh, poor me. If you're still friends of mine, can you please bring me my belt buckle? I'm really sorry. I miss my family, the woman I love the most on earth, my high school sweetheart. Can you please? And by the way, can you please bring me my belt buckle? My sweater that I like very much, because here in prison is terrible. It's terrible. It is supposed to be. That's the
yeah,
whole
especially for monsters like that. All our cases are horrific, but the fact that this went on for so long and we had this long strewn of individuals, whether or not all of them were in on it, whether or not some of them were duped, whatever, it is.
There's a fireman. There's a fireman that he said that he liked to wear his fireman stuff. I mean, and this lady, this poor lady, said that her body was aching. She lost
Yeah,
weight. She couldn't gain weight. She couldn't do anything like that. And this a-hole is lucky that she didn't die of an overdose or something like that. Because when you are, digged, drug, drug, on a constant basis, you might have a heart attack. This guy really did not care. I'm all for cut his bits, because it must be small, cut his bits and put him in prison and make him somebody's biatch.
stick him in a jar and let the prison system deal with
I am
him.
loving my nails. I'm gonna be distracted, but I am loving my nails. I love it that I'm back to normal.
Yeah, no, you're sounding and you're looking fabulous, so
Thanks,
it's
sweetie.
good. But again, it's just a wild story. So if any of you
Horrible.
hadn't
Can you
heard of
imagine that poor woman? That poor woman, that, and the daughter, when they found pictures of the daughter, he drugged, and the daughter is going over her head thinking, when did he do that? And the sister-in-law? And I applaud her, because it takes a lot. Let her speak, Gisele Pelicot. Let her speak.
Je pense
Let's hear
avoir
her.
dit tout ce que je pouvais dire. C'est pas évident, bien évidemment. C'est un exercice de style qui n'est pas facile. Et puis il y a aussi la pression de tous ces individus qui sont derrière moi. Et je sens bien qu'on essaye, au niveau des questions, de me piéger, bien évidemment. Donc j'essaye de répondre le mieux possible. Et puis il va falloir se battre jusqu'au bout, bien sûr, parce que ce procès va durer 4 mois.
what a badass lady.
I don't understand why the trust gonna last 4 months. I really don't understand it, because the evidence is so overwhelming in
Cette
cases
femme a
like
une dignité
types of
exceptionnelle,
cases.
je trouve. Elle a
That's the
été,
defense lawyer.
dans la mesure, alors
It's
qu'elle ne devrait pas l'être.
That's the defense lawyer.
yeah.
She was considering her feeling, and you know that she still loved him. She was
Well,
still trying to find the good in him, because her mind can't compute. I think that, I mean, this poor woman, if she can't she can't think of the man that she was married to for 50 years since the age of 18. She can't compute her brain and understand, like, her daughter, she wrote the most amazing book, which I urge you guys to buy. It is called "I No Longer Call Him Papa." That's the translation of it. But this is a very candid book. You know, she pulls no punches. She's not making herself the victim, but she's just like, I mean, it is. Just thinking about it, it gives me goosebumps. You know, it is. I mean, did you know that he took all the loans that he took out was in her name? So not only was him arping her, he was also leaving her with bad credit after everything. I mean, this guy is just terrible.
How do you even begin to process that? I mean, when we think of our scenarios, right? It's usually a very physical and very traumatic experience, right? And with her being asleep and sedated through it all, and then to find out it happened over 90 times, like it just
No, it didn't happen overnight at times. It happened hundreds. And
trying to compute that, Paula.
Yeah, but it didn't happen 90 times. It happened, there were 91 men. It didn't happen 90 times. I mean, there was, for example, one instance, one guy spent 6 hours essaying her.
Wow.
You know, like, and there were guys who would come back for multiple times. And apparently it runs in the family because his father married his stepdaughter that he raised from birth. And he didn't let her even use the remote control. Everybody was absolutely outraged. And I don't understand why France is wasting money defending this a-hole. Cut his bits and put him in a jar and make him wear that dress, the same lingerie he used to wear, put her on, and let him run around in jail. That's what I would do. But that's just little old me. After all, what do I know? You know, like this
Yeah.
woman's life is not, it's 10 years, Ron. This is not, oops, I did it once. No,
Yeah.
this was,
Yeah.
and then he would go to other homes. So he would go to other people's wives because it was a little network that they had. And so, 42% of these types of situations with drugs and stuff like that in SA are from family members because he would go into other men's wives and stuff. I mean, it is horrible. Just cut his bits, cut them.
God, honestly, every time you say that, right, parts of my body recoil back into me, like a turtle's head going back into her shell.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Mr. Beast. Oh, I have a video about P. Diddy coming, and I have a video about Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is going down. Well, anyways, Cristiano's on YouTube, so Mr. Beast.
Okay, so look. We have to look at the fact. Mr. Beast hired somebody, right? When they were,
you're gonna defend him.
Let me finish. No, I'm not defending him. I'm hitting you with the facts. So Mr. Beast was accused of hiring somebody who was currently on the register in America for sexual crimes, right? But he had all of those, I think all of those charges have been dropped and his record's being cleared now. It's a weird one. It doesn't excuse anything at all, but we just need to get our terminology right here. But my God, right? We are talking Chris Tyson, wild story. Mr. Beast's CEO and the violence, and there's a lot to unpack with Mr.
I mean,
Beast.
what did I tell you, Ron? What did I tell you? That this year was going to be the year of accountability. I know you don't believe it. A lot of people saying he's too big to fall. Like, for example, the rapper. I can guarantee you that a lot of people are nervous. First, R. Kelly, now Diddy, and now the next, I believe, is going to be Jay-Z. Jay-Z, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Jay-Z.
Let me grab our wonderful rapper here.
Oh, but did you hear about Weinstein?
No.
Okay. You know that he had all his charges dropped in New York on appeal.
So, yeah.
And then now he's had charges dropped in LA. The only charge that he's in jail for is the one and that he's appealing. So he's only serving on a charge of 16 years and he's appealing that charge. So all the other charges have been dropped.
That's a bit
Mad.
Am I right in saying that Bill Cosby got out of jail?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, he did.
A long time ago.
He did, right? Yeah, okay. All right, hang on a second.
This world, I'm going to say this, and I know some of your viewers are not religious. I am. I'm not a fanatic nut, but I am religious. But it's like Satan took over the world. And it's like good is bad and bad is good. You know, it's like,
is there not something in the big book of Jesus about the devil like ruling earth for 500 days before the end of the world?
Yep. Guys, I am telling you, but everybody's falling. Nobody thought Diddy would ever fall. And Diddy has these, you know why they raided his mansion in Florida? This is just my opinion. They wanted to get everything as possible on everything he has on everybody, all the files he has on everybody, so he would have nothing to leverage, you know. But Diddy's not dumb. Diddy dumb, Diddy dumb, Diddy dumb. He's not dumb, you know. I'm sure he's got backups of backups of backups. Clinton. Ron, are you there?
Yeah. I'm just talking to the side chat. So
Diddy has the FBI raided his mansion to try and get all the files he had on everybody, so he would have nothing to leverage for this thing. But Diddy's not dumb, and he's gonna have a lot of backups everywhere. Clinton. You know.
Oh, we're gonna listen. You know, since you said Clinton, right? You've summoned her. Okay. Upon saying her name, you will summon her. So just letting America know that welcome to the club. You can all hopefully start going to jail for your tweets now over there.
And boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence because then boost.
Yeah, so we're talking about misinformation online, all of this kind of stuff. They are now bringing to the table, just banging you up in jail. So welcome to the Club, America. You are joining the UK, who has 12 times, and I say that again, 12 times the incarceration rate of Russia for propaganda posts.
And I showed you yesterday that how Obama signed away the fact that the government couldn't put propaganda up, right? They couldn't feed and that's the way it should be. Government should be putting out news. You know what I mean? They should be working, but instead they have a whole department now for putting out news.
Yeah, sorry, Paul. I was typing again, man. Sorry.
So and did you see the did you see the ad that Trump put out about the Democrats? All the time the Democrats have asked for violence.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I was like, and he a few little bit.
Yeah.
If he had said those things, he would be in jail for enticing violence, inciting to violence.
Did you not see what Elon Musk said as well? He said, why is nobody trying to assassinate the Democrats or whatever it was?
Oh, who would want to Kamala, please?
I mean, it's all getting
he took it down. Yep. And then the Democrats were all upset. But here you have Hillary. I mean, you have Hillary Clinton. You have all these people asking you have this woman who got outside in the streets who's a Democrat and said, you should be burning cities. You have Joe Biden said that he should take him behind the gym and beat him up. You have Nancy Pelosi saying she wants to unalive Trump. You have another Kamala Harris going on Ellen DeGeneres and cackling her way saying,
You know, I can guarantee you as well, if we go back to like Trump's first election run, right? Like however many years ago, 8 years ago, you know there's going to be some banger quotes from politicians from back then. You know what I'm saying? You know
Did you know that Oprah tried to entice him to run in one of the interviews when he was young? Oprah goes, "Oh, when are you going to run for president?" And everybody's clapping and everything. No, for real. Haven't you seen that interview?
Listen.
Barbara Walters asking, "Oh, you have to run for president."
Fuck Barbara Walters. Okay. Fuck Barbara Walters. Don't care. Okay. You know what we're going to do?
I am that old.
You know, I don't understand why this man's not in jail. Okay.
He is, isn't he? He is in jail.
He's just been arrested.
Yeah,
This is
because
just-
I guess they want. I guess they were trying to take. Like, oh,
So-
hi, Queenie.
sorry,
I think they were trying to take away all the stuff. They were trying to look for all the files he has on everybody, because there's a lot of people nervous right now that he went down.
Do we not live in a world where Diddy was arrested at the start of this year for massive SA charges? His cameraman apparently had hours and hours and hours of footage where it was all recorded, and then poof, nothing. Queenie, what is happening? How are you?
Hello, Paula. Hello, Ron. Hello, everyone in the side chat. I'm good.
Well, you've joined a part where I'm sure you'll want to have a stab at this, but we're just getting on to the latest rapper, shall we refer to him as?
Well, don't worry, guys. We're gonna talk royal, because there's a lot of things going on there in the royal.
Yeah.
Well.
The way that we're doing it is we're doing the non-royal stuff first, and then the last half of the show.
Yeah,
All royals.
we got that.
It just, if we start talking about royals too early, half the people that are here for the royals aren't here because their notification gets sent out after 25 minutes by YouTube. Could you guys all please like and share for me as well? Make sure you're subscribed, and follow me on Twitter as well. I've set up a Twitter.
Oh, it's so fancy. I follow you. Do you have any followers?
I'm so amazing. I think I've got like 50 followers, maybe 50 followers.
Oh, since yesterday. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm killing it, man.
I think I was the second person to follow you, Ron.
I think I was like number 7th or something like that.
It's who I'm following that's the most funny. It's all meme channels. It's embarrassing.
I don't even know who I'm following next.
Right, there we go. Get in now, right? Whilst it's low numbers, because I'm sure I'm going to.
Oprah's going to be nervous about Diddy arrested.
Everyone will probably be nervous, but let's see what's going on. Right, so the rapper Combs was arrested late Monday in New York, where he faced sealed criminal indictment. Prosecutors announced late on Monday. Details of the charges were not immediately announced by prosecutors, but the hip-hop mogul has faced a stream of allegations by women in recent months who accused him of SA. Did you see the video of him battering his missus in that hotel?
Oh, yes.
No, that was brutal. And you know what? He wasn't prosecuted because it was done out of the time.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because the deadline had passed. But I don't understand. You know what? I really don't understand this, because I know this, at least in most civilized countries, Ron, when somebody sits on evidence of a crime and they don't report it, they become accomplices. So I wonder who sat on that and why nobody's persecuted.
Well, listen, see, when I seen that video of Diddy, do you know when you can see if somebody's first time of doing something, right?
Definitely. It's a regular ongoing thing.
If you are willing, if Queenie and I are in a relationship, right, and her life is so brutal from me that I'm willing to chase her and physically beat her on camera in a hotel, in a corridor, right? There's a good chance that ain't the first time it's happened. All right.
He was very comfortable, and you can see the level, and he just dragged her like nothing. It's not like, he punched her out of anger. It's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah. There's not that recoil from it. Like there's no, like, maybe you might hit somebody and you go, oh shit, what have I done? No, he went to town on that woman.
I just settle a dispute in here. So listen, when Oracle came in, right, she came in the middle of the story about the French lady. She asked if it was a case based off of the wife being like in-house kink sex slave, if you will, and if it was a case based around that. It's not. It was a case of drugging and R-ing. That's what the conversation was. I think some people got triggered by the slave wife thing, but it's a thing. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. And obviously in scenes like that, where a woman who has a lifestyle or a man has a lifestyle like that, it's very hard in the courts for there to be any R-word charges or cases brought against, because of how the courts see that lifestyle, if you see what I'm saying. So it would have been a fascinating case if it had been from that side, because it would have been landmark. This is a landmark case as well. Either case is horrific and shouldn't exist, but I can see why the conversation got a bit confused. So anyway, I'm just letting everybody know. So yeah, because I think Aussie got. I think she'd have seen those words and just seen red. But yeah, it's an actual thing, Aussies. But just don't worry. Everything's cool. Everyone's cool. Everyone's good. Everybody good. Okay. So Combs' lawyer Mark Agnafiglio. Okay,
How can you pronounce that but not Pelicot or Gisele?
Oh, it's because it's the French. Do you know, Dan turned around at me the other day and she's like, "Oh, I quite like a gillet," and I'm like, "What's a gillet?" And she's like, "You know the things you wear," and I'm like, "A gilet," and she's like, "No, a gillet." I'm like, "No, it's a gilet," right? And we had this huge conversation about how you pronounce the word gilet and gillet. This mother of my child, my child, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Okay. Stephen saying, we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. He added that Combs has gone to New York last week in anticipation of the charges being brought. He is an imperfect. He's an imperfect person.
Criminal. You know that he did that apology when he was caught? Because remember when that woman she had a case against him. He absolutely went and denigrated her reputation, that people were after him for money, that he would never do blah, blah, blah. Once the video came out, the apology, I'm sick and tired of people putting out these apologies.
That wasn't an apology, Paula. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, no, but it seems to be going around, people putting out apologies that, that really don't apologize about anything. It's apparently that's the norm in their narcissist lying world.
I need to find whether or not we can change this news article on the fly here, right?
And what can you do? How can you change it, Ron? You can.
Okay, here we go. But he is
an a-hole.
No, he is. Hang on. Oh wait, I've got the wrong sentence here. See, okay, but he is an imperfect job and
a PDF.
Hang on. Yes. Hang on.
He's a PDF, but he's in a criminal. He's a PDF and a criminal.
There we go. He's a PDF and a criminal. We did it, guys.
No, it hasn't changed. It's still there.
It says it there.
Yeah.
It says it right there.
Oh, there. Okay. Sorry, I am.
We did it, guys. We changed the media. We did it. No, we didn't. Yes. Let's save ourselves a lawsuit. Right. Okay.
Everybody, this is the year. And Harry's visa, people are misreading it because the Heritage Foundation, the case is not terminated.
Wait. We'll get to that. Let me just get through this article and then we can jump on to the that he added that Combs has gone to New York last week. Criminal charges are a major but not unexpected takedown of one of the most prominent producers of the most famous names in history. I would agree with that. The federal investigation of 50-year-old Combs has revealed that the Homeland Security investigation agents were served simultaneous search warrants and raided Combs' mansions in LA back in March 25. His defense attorney, Aaron Dyer, the day after the raids, called him the gross use of military force and said allegations were meritless and said Combs was innocent and will continue to fight clear his names. Combs, then known as Puff Daddy, was at the center of an East Coast, West Coast hip hop in the 90s, a partner. We can know all this. But like many of those survived the era, his public image had softened with age into a genteel host of parties in Hollywood and the Hamptons, a fashion-forward businessman, and a doting father who spoiled his kids, some of whom lost their mother in 2018. But a different image began to emerge in November when the former prestige. Hang on a second. The former protege and girlfriend. Protege. Thank you. Some words are hard.
Protege.
Words are hard. All right. That is not how that word should be spelled. And girlfriend, the R&B singer Cassie, became the first of several people to sue him for SA and stories of a steady stream of S workers and pharmaceuticals in these settings where some of those involved were coerced or what the hell is that? Colluded. Nailed it! Is that colluded?
Cajole.
Oh, I thought it was colluded.
No, cajole.
Listen, for those of you who are new, right? I have the reading capabilities of a fucking 7-year-old. All right, I apologize. In November, the lawsuit, Cassie alleged years of abuse, including beatings and R. Okay, so this is the part, right? that I think got everyone's attention when this first jumped into this was the amount of this word that was being used and the talk of alleged younger individuals. Then we've seen some very dodgy videos and very dodgy stories involving very similar tactics to what happened to that French woman. Okay, the use of sedation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing. I know one person who's going to sleep good tonight. I can tell you one name.
Who's that?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, listen, man. I don't know what happened to Justin, but Justin, if for any reason you ever see this, I hope you're okay. Because
that was terrible. What happened to that boy?
How exactly? Right? There must be something in America, right? Because I think this happened on some of Spielberg's sets, where when child actors or child stars are away for a period of time and their parents aren't there, they have to have a guardian or something like that, or a legal guardian.
It's a minor. Somebody needs to be in charge of the minor. So,
and yeah, I just want to say, Mr. Spielberg, if you're watching,
man, you dropped the ball.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
But also the parents, I wonder what the parents were thinking. They were thinking of fame and money. And I think that some of these parents looked away.
Oh, listen, listen. I just want to say this. See all of the people in the side chat here that are going to start typing. No parent.
Usher. Yeah, it also happened to Usher.
Listen. Before you start typing it out, the lost profits.
Usher, forgotten about Usher.
The lost profits case in this country, where a member of a band wanted to abuse a baby. That baby was brought to him by its mother, who was a fan of the band. Okay. Oh, do you see what I'm saying? So trust me, you don't know how dark and deep all this goes.
It is so sick. I mean, no, but for example, these parents are willing to look away. I mean, when Henrik was small, I much rather starve to death than leave my son on his own with anybody. I mean, I didn't, guys, I never had nannies. I never had nannies. If I couldn't, if I wouldn't go to parties, I wouldn't go anything, nothing.
Same.
Because my son couldn't talk. And even when he started talking, I would tell him, "You better tell me." I remember, but I would leave him with my mom or dad.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's different. Like again, I would leave the kids with a family member.
Yeah, that's different. But even then, family members can be iffy.
Nah, granddads, grandmas, no problem. But of course, some family members can be if you're 100%, 100 million%. But you kind of have to, until suspicion arises when it comes to your own family, you have to sort of give them the benefit of the doubt. But I'm the same. And do you know, I was talking about this the other night, Paul, about how Americans are depicted in movies when it comes to calling a babysitter, right? And it's like, oh, I need to call a babysitter, and they call a company that'll send a babysitter around. What? I mean, I'm assuming they have the same thing in the UK. I'm assuming it's a really professionally run thing. But Paula, how bad do you need a pizza and a glass of Chardonnay with your partner that you're going to phone a company and have a stranger come and sit in your house with your kids?
I ordered the pizza and I eat it myself at home with my kid.
Yeah. And again, I knew I was going to trigger someone with that. I knew it.
No, but the sedation thing, and I got to say something. This sedation theme runs into certain kind of people, because for Madeleine McCann, apparently, according to what the Portuguese police said, let's not forget that Kate McCann is an anesthesiologist.
Yes, they both. I think they're.
No,
both
he's a heart surgeon, but she's an anesthesiologist, right? The Portuguese police believe that the kid was sedated. She woke up and something happened to her, and they're covering up. This is from what I take, and that is also my take on it.
It's crazy.
And but there's sedation always involved, isn't there?
Well, this is the thing, and this is a theory, big fat allegedly, a big allegedly coming up here, right? So our wonderful John Wedger may or may not have received a phone call. Right, and that phone call may or may not have been from a witness who may or may not have seen the McCanns at a grown-up party where traditionally in the 70s you'd put your car keys in a bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, awesome.
With her sleeping children.
Oh my
Right?
God, how horrible.
Now, I'm not being funny, but anyone who's actually in that scene knows how much of a no-no bringing sleeping children to a party like that would be. Now, isn't it interesting, Paula? Allegedly, right? Allegedly, if those children were sleeping, who's to say they were naturally sleeping? And who's to say if they don't remember the abuse, Paula, it's never going to harm them?
Yeah.
Mindset. Can you just allegedly? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just this is all allegedly.
I see that all the time here on the traffic lights with women. And I
Wild.
wonder during the day, guys, in a very busy road with the children, you know, asking for money, and the children are absolutely limp. And it's like, you don't have a 2-year-old in the middle of the day and all that heat, you know, like it's disgusting. It is disgusting. It's like, you know, but I'm disappointed in the in the worst at all of all is the justice system in the United Kingdom, where Meghan Markle can commit perjury and she's okay. Harry's suing the United Kingdom for something that he doesn't have a right to have. That is not a right, by the
yeah,
way.
I can't. Yeah, we're going to get on
He
this.
was
But
funny.
listen,
And now Huw is coming here and absolutely, I mean, this guy, but the backlash in the United Kingdom, but there's nothing they can do because the sentence has been given.
well, listen, we're going to jump on that now. That was really it. There's nothing really more. They just go on about the previous charges. So we're going to keep an eye on this because I feel like something big is going to happen, right? And the reason that I say that is because surely this is them needing the time to look through all the editor's footage. I don't know. Who knows? I'm guessing. We just have to wait and see. And I just don't get it, man. Now, the last thing I want to talk about very, very quickly, because
Let me just charge my laptop.
yeah. Go plug your stuff in. Queenie, have you seen the messages between Huw Edwards and the person that you was purchasing his illicit material off?
No, I haven't.
Well, they're starting to come out, and I swear to God, I had them on the screen, and now they've gone. They're literally in the thumbnail.
Oh wow. With that rapper guy, yeah, I don't think nothing is gonna come out of it. I think he's got so much stuff, and I think he's got stuff hidden elsewhere where he can just roll out on them. So I don't think
Well,
anything will happen.
how about this argument then? How about the rearrest has been made because he won't hand over all that evidence, and maybe we're going to see what. And I'm definitely not saying that the man on the island definitely didn't do anything to himself in jail, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I think you could be right that they may have found some more stuff and
Yep.
thinking that he doesn't have anything else so they can get him. But I am guarantee you that he knew that he was going to be arrested. So he must have made a few phone calls to a few people and said, listen, I'm going down. You are going down because I've got stuff places. As soon as anything happened to me, it will be worldwide.
Yeah. So here's the guy, Alex Williams. This is a picture of the guy that apparently was getting the message. And first of all, what is happening to him? I don't know what's happening to him. I need to read into this more. But I did have them. I swear to God, these messages exist. I swear to God. But you
he had the messages and stuff that the phone and everything. They were showing them yesterday. I was watching the whole thing. I mean, he's disgusting. This man is vile, but you know what? Okay, this man is vile, but the justice system in the United Kingdom is worse.
Do you know what? It's not even the justice. It's the corruption that's worse. It's the hidden club of these PDF files within, and I say the UK and America, but trust me, they're in every single country. Okay, this isn't like this was started up in the 50s or the 60s. This has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and it is a disgust. But you got to understand, people like Huw Edwards and Savile, they are, right, to us, they are the celebrities who get caught. In this club, they are the bottom feeders, man. When we talk about these elites, we're talking about people whose names we've never even heard of. Okay, and the people that are in power, the people that run, the judges, the people that are in charge of all the task force, they're all part of this. Not all of them, but the ones who Wedger and I have been discussing for the last year, 100% are. It is shocking, disgusting, and
Wow,
how do you?
those are only just 4 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah, and the worst part of it all is that the judge thinks that he doesn't present a threat to the public. Is this guy insane? This kind of behavior doesn't start overnight. This is a behavior that's been going on for years. And remember that guy with the painting that we broke online here, Ron?
Yeah,
He was let go 4 hours after, with all the evidence of everything. He was let go by the police, and you know what, guys? You know how I know this? They took away his regular phones. Within minutes, he had another phone number, and I know that because he texted me. I sent you all of that,
I
and he
think.
had like a bunch of numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So this imbecile of a corrupt judge thinks that he has
I
stopped this
think it
guy.
was
Insane.
20 something devices they took at his house as well.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Oh yeah, we've got a big update coming on that. The
What
group.
what we have to understand, Ron, is that there's a little club and they are all in it. So we are not privy to stuff that goes on. But that BBC place needs to be closed down. It's a breeding ground.
Well, listen, we've had Huw Edwards this year. We've had the guy that killed those dogs after abusing the dogs and was filming himself abusing the dogs, and that was horrendous. And then we've had another guy for indecent behavior. He's just lost. It's just a madness. So I don't understand how Williams sent a category A video, right, with a 7-year-old. Now we know what category A means. Okay, we went over it yesterday. It's the most graphic form of content where horrible things happen. How is he not banged up? How is Huw Edwards not banged up? How is this not mandatory? Because I'm telling you right now, if this was just some Joe Blogs off the street who was caught with 40 plus Cat A images, somebody would be.
oh my God, I just read something. Williams replied that they're asking for videos, right? And then he goes, do you have any more video, right? Williams replied that he did have, but was not sure whether Edwards would like them as they were illegal. I mean, so what was it that he was sending before? I'm sorry, Ron. I just got distracted when I read that. So they believe that the videos that were sending before of that 7-year-old were not illegal.
No.
This man should not be in the streets.
So there was category C images, and there was Cat C and Cat A. So Cat C is like if someone's walking around the supermarket and taking pictures of kids.
No. We're talking about what followed. If you follow, Williams then sent a category A video that featured a male child, age 7, being, the pair discussed the fact that the subject appeared very young looking, but Edwards insisted it could be deceptive and asked if Williams had any more. And to that Williams replied that he did have, but was not sure whether Edwards would like them as they were illegal. So they're talking that he had already sent them a category A video, but they don't consider that illegal. So he says, and after he saw that video of category A, he said, do you have any more? To which the guy replied,
Obviously, wow.
Yeah, that seems.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Does the judge think that the video of the 7-year-old category A thing is not illegal? I am wondering that, Judge. Do we know the name of that judge?
Yeah, see, it's interesting because they've framed this as if they've watched a video together and that Edwards has sort of shrugged it off as it possibly being, they look a bit young, but they're probably old enough. And then they're indicating that there was
8 years old.
There was no further illegal images were shared between the pair, although they maintained
So
contact.
they think that oh my God, are you serious? I am absolutely, I feel like throwing up. I mean, I am so
The kids
disgusted.
getting blamed there. When I see that, it seems to me like the kids that oh my God, our children are not being protected. Oh my God.
There we go. Williams appeared in court and pleaded guilty to 7 offences on March 15th. He appeared in Carver's Crown Court and was sentenced to 12 months in prison, suspended over 2 years. A little over a month after April 22nd, Edwards announced that he was resigning from the BBC. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with this whole
The
story.
reason why he resigned is because he knew what was coming, and he resigned to work out a deal. And this is what we're watching is the deal.
I'm telling you, you all said to me this was a suitcase full of evidence. This guy's going straight to the airport. Straight to the airport. He's out of here.
And
He's
he has
gone.
money, by the way. He has millions.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
what a
All right.
sad-
You know what?
He doesn't even look, he doesn't have any shame. Look at him. Doesn't
yeah.
look remorseful, nothing. Oh God.
And you know what's incredible? That these people are actually angry at the people calling him things. It's like, I ignore you, you peasants. He's so, look how cocky he's walking. I'm not looking at you, screw you. You know, you don't matter. Look, he's completely ignoring, completely at ease with things. It's like, I won.
Oh man, that guy in that delivery truck, man, he had a prime opportunity there. Right. Well, listen, I think we've depressed ourselves enough this morning. I think we should move on to our wonderful. In fact, before we do that, is there anything you want to add to any of this, Queenie, before we jump into the royal side of things?
Listen, Ron, I literally just seen this man walking out like so nonchalant. I'm angry. Like I can't believe this.
I completely understand.
Oh,
I completely understand. I mean, it's every case we've talked about this morning has a different level of seedy, disgusting horror to it, you know. And you know, welcome to 2024, I guess. But listen, there's a lot of good people out there too. Remember that. A lot of nice people out there. Okay, and believe it or not, the good always outweighs the bad.
Yeah, for example,
It's
that guy
just-
who's serving jail for 20 months for standing
Yeah.
up for things of immigrants and stuff like that. The good people are in jail. They make an example of
Yeah,
them.
they do. But listen, trust me. You just hear about the more bad news. You hear about bad news more than you hear about good news, because ain't no one buying newspapers or watching the news for a bunch of happy stories. I
What
don't
is
know
really
why.
incredible, Ron, is all this censorship that is going on. It goes on every level. It goes on the Mexican community. It goes from kinds of these things to even stupider things like the Mexican, like with Harry and Meghan. How people in the community are trying to censor others. They're threatening others. They're threatening to shut down YouTubers. They're threatening to tell them and to go jump off a bridge, which is actually a breach of legal terms in YouTube. That would terminate somebody's channel. If they say you can go, I'm going to do something to you that you're going to go jump off a bridge, that is immediate, instant. If it's reported, it is instant for the channel to be taken down. But these kinds of people go around threatening others, YouTubers in the Mexican community, because they don't like what they have to say. That is censorship. That is censorship.
Yeah.
And then these very same people advocate for free speech. That is so Meghan Markle, that they advocate for free speech as long as you say nice things about them. People have a right to question. People have a right to ask questions. People have a right to say, wait a minute. It is not illegal to request a birth certificate, a death certificate, a marriage certificate, a copy of that. The government will simply tell you no. So people telling you otherwise is because they're trying to scare you into actually looking for the documentation. So just beware of that. But it's the censorship going on. Look at this Huw Edwards. I am pretty sure everybody knew about this. Harry, everything about Harry, and I just want to clarify something because I did a live with Enti and I also understood the same. The people from the Heritage Foundation, I know that the press, Newsweek, and all of the Harry and Meghan thing are saying that the case is over. That is not true. We did a live with Enti and I read it too because the Heritage Foundation said the following. We're going to keep monitoring it. And second, this is when it was very, very telling to me. They said, we don't know what the order says, what the judge said, which means, but it may be open within 2 weeks or so, because it might give the government time to appeal. They're going to wait for government to appeal, which means if the Heritage Foundation has not seen the result, because by law they have to see it, they know that they won. And the judge is giving the government time to appeal, because if the government appeals, you can't know the contents of anything until the appeal has gone through and they decided that's the end of it. So they can't release anything if the government is going to appeal. So the government is getting time to appeal, which makes sense why the Heritage Foundation hasn't seen what's there. So yeah, so that thing about Harry, it's not over. It's not over. And then we have Harry and Meghan going to Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry is so angry because there were supposed to be no pictures of them. I'm sharing something there, Ron, on the screen.
Oh yeah, I'll get it for you.
You can look at this picture. Harry is this man. Meghan is this woman is truly, I kid you not, guys, this woman is truly evil. This picture was sold to Bagrid. There were no actual Bagrid people. What they're doing now is Meghan has her staff. She announced, this is them leaving the party. She sat herself in the middle where everybody could see her. She's the only one grinning like an idiot. Like grinning like an idiot. Look at Harry with the phone here. He's filming the people that his wife called to take a picture of them, so they would know that she was at a party with Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King. By the way, where was Stedman, Oprah's partner?
This photo, it just kind of reeks of their whole relationship. Harry hiding, looking mortified while she cackles in the back, and just a strange man in the mix. You know what I mean?
But I mean, she's trying to talk to people because there's another woman next to her. She's like, and because they knew exactly what time they were leaving, because of course she told her assistants to be out there with the cameras. This is why she knows, and Oprah was angry because they've also pictured Oprah because they left early. They left around before midnight, but everybody's upset because they were not supposed to know that they were having a party, because nobody wants to be seen with Meghan Markle and Harry now. Well, no, let me correct that. They don't want to be seen with Meghan.
Yeah, but what you said yesterday, right? With what was the name of the Hollywood Reporter? Was that what it was?
The Hollywood Reporter, yes.
That was mad, right? Because obviously you gave me the rundown on how prominent that platform is, right? And that was the biggest Markle spanking I think I've ever seen. And I don't mean, and I mean that from they've not reacted to her doing something. Like, she's not slapped someone in the face and been filmed doing it and everyone's reacting to it. People are talking, right?
Oh, yeah. And this woman was high yesterday because the king wished her handbag happy birthday. So that gave her more credence. And the thing is that Tyler Perry, this was supposed to be, because she didn't throw a birthday party for him. So this was supposed to be a combined birthday party for Tyler Perry and Harry. So they're that cheap that they don't even throw his, this is a milestone birthday, right? They couldn't even throw a proper birthday party for themselves, and they have people come over to their house because nobody would come.
This is Tyler Perry as well, for everybody that's wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
But this woman, it is my firm belief, and I am, you guys know, and I'm very open about this. I am very undecided on Harry. I've called them before the British Forrest Gump, but the evil British Forrest Gump. Oh, sorry, Diddy. You're supposed to say evil. And then I don't know how dumb this guy is, because I have a source who told me that Harry truly believes what Meghan Markle is telling him, that she didn't know who it was taking those pictures. He didn't know. And he was really angry. This person called him to congratulate him on his birthday. And he also said, "Oh, I heard you're going on the lads weekend, like with his mates. And he said that he was very angry that information got leaked, and he blamed the press. And this is why his wife was always so concerned, because people are leaking. And the friend told him, wait a minute, dude, but it says that it was you sent an email. And they go, no, it's People Magazine lying and blah, blah, blah. So Harry's fully convinced that they are following him, because don't forget, it's not the first. Meghan is absolutely playing on this man's paranoia, because Cressida Bonas, his former girlfriend, said that he was very paranoid. The same thing with Chelsea Davy. That was one of the complaints they had, that he was extremely paranoid. Ron, and this man is not smart. Smart and stupid and paranoid and druggy does not help.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna end up killing this man. I think this woman is gonna drive this man to an early grave, because she's fueling that paranoia. And he had completely isolated. Guys, I'm not making excuses. I think it's a ginger wanker. I'm sorry, I'm Ginger Wonker, but there is something not right. When you look at this picture, he is not acting. This reminds me of New York, where she had that grin in her face. Doria sitting on the phone talking to the paps. Something is not right. She's isolated this man. I know, I've lived through that. I know what people like her do. They isolate their prey. This man is not well. He's not laughing. He's getting out.
This is the thing, Paula. We've often said, right? When we look at the tactics that we use, when we look at the timeline, it falls very much into the narcissist's handbook. Separate them from their family, separate them from their friends, isolate them somewhere new, all the rest of it. And that's all that's happened. And we often talk
Harry's not smart. Harry's not smart.
No, well, it's not even that. It doesn't even come down to a smart thing.
No, but it doesn't help.
No, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, 100%. It doesn't do
I mean, if he could think for himself, and then she is absolutely 1,000,000,000% fueling this man's paranoia, and she's laughing like she doesn't know what's happening. Harry, I know you watch our channels. I know, dude. Meghan is the one calling it. Meghan is the one calling everybody. Meghan is the one calling the paps. And let me show you here.
100%. Like, if anyone's still out there needing Paula to explain to you that every time you see a picture of Meghan, 99% of the time, Meghan has phoned that photo op. Just look at how many bracelets she's wearing, right? If Meghan is out and she's wearing a tracksuit, but also $750,000 worth of bracelets and rings, there's a good chance that she set that up herself. But a lot of people are saying that they agree with you, Paula, about that they want Harry in an early grave. And we've often spoken about Meghan would be her final form, right? Would be Meghan the widow.
Meghan she would blame the royal family. Just play this clip. I'm gonna show you if you can post the clip on the thing.
Oh God, I thought somebody else had just joined the chat, but it's not. It's your video.
No. This is Shalon Lester. She was the star. She was the editor-in-chief of Star Magazine when Meghan Markle was a source, and she used to come to Star Magazine and ask and pay way back then. She had 3 PR agencies, and she would pay to have articles, at least 2 or 3 articles of her a day put out. Okay, and she was a source for the magazine.
You've got me on the hook, Paula. I'm locked in.
Magazine's editor of Star. And people would always ask me when I worked there, like, okay, like what stories are real? And I'd be like, okay, every story is real except for the ones about the royal family. And this was prior to Meghan Markle coming on. And like the palace is just a tight ship. Like people don't blab, you know. So our stuff is like maybe from a source. But once Meghan came on the scene, leaky ship. People were singing like a bird. Why? Because they were Meghan's spies. She was purposely putting that out there. She hired several PR firms to make sure the places like the Daily Mail, Page 6, our magazines were writing about her on a consistent basis. So when Meghan stands there, it's like, I'm the victim. Everybody writing about me. It's like, girl, you're paying someone to make sure it happens. What are you talking about?
It's too good. That is literally what the little voice inside my head talking about Meghan's hypocrisy sounds like. That woman right
and they feature Shalon Lester in that Netflix thing, and she took him to town. She did a video about it. It was brutal. I mean, you don't mess with Shalon. She was the former editor of Star Magazine. I think they own the Inquirer. I mean, which are the tabloids. So when Meghan sat on that chair when they did that interview, oh, I don't know anything about tabloid. What are you talking about? You used to pay. No, she should say it correctly. She should say something like, I used to pay tabloids, they just didn't write about me. Because she paid them. She paid them. And when Shalon, what I know many of you are going to say, what does it mean that she was a source? The way celebrities do it nowadays, the Kardashians, instead of having people sell the
Hang on
news.
one second. Hang on 1 second. Was it the video that was echoing, or are we echoing now? Because the video was echoing, but the video is stopped now. So let me know that it was just the video, and then we'll continue. Sorry, Paul. I just didn't want you have to repeat more than you need to there. It was just the video
Was
that
just
was
the video. Was
okay,
just the video.
Yeah. It's just that I put it like that. So I mean, Shalon doesn't copyright anybody. She sees it as free publicity. Shalon was the editor of Star Magazine, and there's other videos where she says, "Why is Meghan talking about people were racist about her?" I've seen her license; she had Caucasian written on it. Like I know, but she never identified as Black, and I know because I just want to clarify when she says that she was the source. Because the Kardashians and celebrities, instead of having people come and sell them stories, they sell it to the tabloids. So they say, you know what? I'll sell you this exclusive, but you pay me directly because I am the source.
Yeah. It keeps everything nice and under wraps. Now, Queenie, what have you got anything you want to throw in on top of this right now before we continue on with this?
Personally, I think everything, I'm just like analyzing everything that's going on within the community, with everyone. Even I see people being crazy with each other. I am thinking here that it's to do with the censorship. What they're doing is putting out stuff for people to jump on it so they could have cases to say, okay, look at this crazy person saying this, look at that crazy person saying that. So they could take away our rights fully. And we have to be careful, like really extra careful now with certain things that we see other people be trying to put out there for us to jump on it to say, oh yeah, she didn't do this or she had that, or husband say this and husband. We have to be very mindful that's not a setup. That's just what I'm
We can
saying.
talk about it. Actually, we're going to talk about it because this is not, we're not going to talk in the sense that it's a fact. We're going to talk in the sense that it's put out there because it was put out there. The whatchamacallit, the documentary, the German documentary is finally coming out in December, right? I'm going to put that out for you guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me show you this, Ron. I'm going to share this with you.
Just while we're doing that, can you all like and share, please? What's the name of the lady who reads tarot cards and talks about the royal family?
The royal pyramid. We're going to have her.
She is on fire right now.
There's loads of them, to be honest. There's loads of them that are really well.
Join us. I've invited her to join.
I'm telling you now. She put up one video saying I've been threatened, and then about 10 more videos where she's just clapping back at everyone. It's epic. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I'm sharing something with you. Ulrike Grunewald announces ZDF documentary on Meghan's alleged secret daughter set to air in December. Because this documentary of this woman had been stopped. People were trying to censor her with this.
This is why, Paula, I'm saying that thing that was put out was to try and quell that situation so it doesn't go any further, to say that, oh, this happened, so how can that be true? So we have to be very careful. And No,
but we're all talking. We're not talking that we're saying this. We're saying that this is what's out there.
No. I understand. I'm just trying to say that the thing that was put out, that husband say this, husband say that, that is like an indication.
I understand. We're going to talk about it as to what a family member of Meghan Markle said yesterday, that apparently, as far as he knows, she had or may have had a hysterectomy and that her ex-husband knew about it. That is a fact. That is not something I said. That is something that somebody else said yesterday, whether they implied it, but it's put out there.
And it was a family. We're not going to say any names, but it was a family member that said this, right?
Yeah, it
Yes,
says,
yes, I
yeah.
saw it on
Because
Twitter or X.
we're smarter now here on the Daily Newscast, the Daily whatever the hell the show is called. I don't even know what it's called, right? But we're smarter here now. Because we can do the skippity skippity skip 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 skippity skip.
This
We're
is
doing that.
exactly what it was said. Let me read it to you. Yes, why do people come on here and say, please confirm that Meghan gave birth in 1997? Seriously? Who gives up a flying? I mean, ask Meghan. Seriously? Ask Meghan. All I can say about that is Trevor, her ex-husband, confirmed that she had a hysterectomy. So about giving birth, I have no idea. Maybe it was before, maybe I don't know, but Trevor said that she had a hysterectomy before there was a problem in the relationship. Okay, we are literally listening to what this was said. This is not something that I'm saying. I'm not claiming that this is true.
Yeah,
at
no.
all.
We're saying that was said by someone who you can easily find out yourself who it is. We're not saying we're saying that. We're saying they said it from their own words. All right. Also, that would mean then that she would have to use surrogates then, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just clicked there while you were telling us that and what the big point was there.
Because that would mean then I posted a tweet that the royal family owes us an explanation if this is true, because these family members have changed their stories.
An explanation. An explanation is an understatement. We're going to need one of those guys in the full royal shit with a scroll coming out and doing some sort of mad ceremonial apology that hasn't been done for thousands of years. That's what we're going to see.
It's more than an apology. If this is true, and again, we have to take everything with a pinch of salt, and for legal reasons, we have to say allegedly. If this is true, then the royal family members have committed treason against the monarchy. Because royal members can commit treason against the monarchy when they do stuff or defraud the monarchy in order to put one of their own in the line of succession. That is treason from behalf of any royal member of the royal family. And if they were all in it, that is serious. We're not talking apology level here. We're talking here jail time. Get removed from the throne.
Where if they just admit they did it, we'll let it slide. Let's just see if we can get them to admit it with no repercussions.
They can't let it slide. It's a crime. It's a serious crime.
It's a serious crime, Paula. It's pretending that the fucking prince's kids came from a woman.
No, even if the kids are his, the Succession Act is very clear.
That's what I'm talking about.
To meet you have to meet 4 criteria in order to include a royal child in the line of succession. First, the child has to have been born from a couple, a man and a woman, married in the Church of England, conceived naturally. That means in vitro is out of the question, or adoption or anything like that. And 4, that the child came out of the body of the woman. Those are the criteria, legal criteria. Those are the legal requirements to this day that have to be met to include a child in the line of succession. How do we find out? How do we prove that they meet the legal criteria? Well, we know that Meghan, we think, is a woman. We know that Harry is a PUSSY, but still a male. They married in the Church of England because that was visible. We don't know if she carried the child, because to this day, the doctors who claim to what they said that the doctor delivered that child, no one has come forward, and the stories that they sold are conflictive. Okay, so and then 5, and then because we don't know who delivered that child or how that child was conceived or anything like that, and we don't know if the child came out of her body. So there's 2 legal requirements that have not been met, and all these requirements must be public. So there is absolutely no doubt in the people's mind that the child belongs in the line of succession, because being in the line of succession has constitutional ramifications. Seriously.
Yeah.
Paula, there's no children, trust me. And I don't believe there was any surrogacy. And if there was, even if there are children, they're not even Aries. That's my thinking. Those children needs to. I feel so sorry for whoever. Let me go back. People just don't love their children. How can you allow these sinister people to be using your children or your child like this? Like, what kind of mother or father are you to allow something like this to happen? Like, how does that make sense? Like,
I mean,
and I
everywhere
don't
they go,
believe
they go
there's
without
children.
children. Everywhere they go without children. They show up at a tennis match because Meghan Markle is in full repair mode. And the reason why they showed up at that tennis thing, basically exploiting that event. And they didn't even sponsor it that much. They didn't put that much money because we know how cheap they are and how broke they are. It's because it was on full Meghan Markle repair mode after the Hollywood Reporter. The Hollywood Reporter says she's a bully. Oh, here she is body fudging with her vagine, that woman.
Oh, I've spoken to some people about the crotch pushing huggers. Apparently, there is a weird subsection of people that do this crotch pushing hug, and I'm telling you now, tonight when your other half or whatever comes home, I want you to try and feel how unnatural it is for a hug, instead of it to be being pulled this way, is being pushed from your pelvis. I challenge any of you to make it make sense. Now, Paula, you know, I want to talk about one more video.
I got to tell you something. I am in Latin America. In Latin American people, we give a kiss when we see each other if we're friends, right?
Yeah.
That is the polite thing. When we come, we see each other. At least in Nicaragua, you give a kiss when you meet, and then you get, even if it's for 2 seconds, you say hello and then goodbye. But even when I hug my best of best, we don't hug like that, guys. I swear to God, I only used to hug like that with my partner, and there was something going on there, But you don't do that. That we don't do that in Latin America. I mean, I'm not even in France.
It is a weird. I was just about to say Harry's greeting tends to be tweaking a nipple, so at least he's,
Oh my God, that was so gross. I almost threw up a little bit in my mouth.
I've got some questions. Okay, I have some questions, Paula. All right. And luckily, we are now at a stage where we can conduct our own science experiments with my pregnant fiance. All right, Paula. Okay. Because at this stage of this video, it just looks like a normal, non-pregnant woman bending down to touch a dog, right? I'm sorry, but that's a pregnant woman. So today, when Dan gets back, I'm gonna try and have her keep her knees together and see if she can bend down and pet the tiny dog. I'm thinking it ain't happening, people. Okay, I'm just telling you. I just seen that on Meghan's wall, and I know it's an old clip, but it's just a madness. It really, really is. There's a lot of chatter going on in the side chat about some of the members of that family that are going around saying a lot of things. It's quite interesting to see how things were a few months ago to where they are now. Yes. Consent is. I have consent. Don't worry, I have consent. But I've got some questions about how you can bend down with your knees together like that, young lady. Like, I've got some questions of how you got that jacket on. That jacket. If it ain't a stretchy cardigan, Dan ain't interested. Okay, she certainly ain't looking for a wool suit. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, you need something very loose and nothing too clingy. You just want to feel free,
Queenie,
Yeah.
Queenie, yesterday, Queenie, she was in a maternity like rompers. It's like, it looks like dungarees, but they're girl things. It's like stretchy fabric, and it's a top and
Oh
trousers.
yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah.
The maternity version. She's sitting there and she's going, "Oh God, it's too tight. Oh my God, right, it's clinging to my body."
And then she pull it down. Did she pull it down under her belly?
Oh, listen, I just want to say right now, I think Dan is the most beautiful girl in the whole world. And she keeps having these moments where she's just like a pregnant woman wanting to sit comfortably. And she thinks that like I'm judging her or something when I'm absolutely not. So listen, all I'm saying is you got to let the lady be comfortable. If she needs 8 pillows down her back and 2 down her front and the room 3 degrees lower, and you've got to sleep somewhere else because, she needs to sleep in the middle of the bed. Okay, and I can't be at either side right now, okay, because the pillows need to go there. That's the world we live in. Right. Sorry, Paul. I've fucking segued. But we will be testing this. Oh, and high heels. Yeah. High heels and a skirt. A skirt over the bump, knees together.
Hell no.
Oh yeah. This
Hell
is gonna be
no.
one
Hell
or two
no.
things is it's going to be a funny little experiment, or it's going to be me filming my missus falling over, and then I get cancelled on the internet. So just say,
She won't fall. She won't be falling.
I will show her the video, this video, and we'll try and get her to replicate it because too good. Anyway, sorry, Paula. I said you said pregnancy.
No. Like I'm saying that this is insane. And then we have NT where so this is coming out. We're only segueing into this because we've all been talking about it. We know that my email that I received, everybody freaked out over it. And that again, I just want to point out, I don't even know if the email is talking about the same Rachel Meghan Markle as the one that calls her, uses a royal title, because I was refused. When I got that email, I sat on it. I'm like, what do I do with this? And then I contacted the YouTube team and everything, because I debated about it, and when I call these people, because there's a phone number you can call, I asked more questions, and they said to me, we apologize, but all we have is what's in our screens. It says that Rachel Meghan Markle gave birth to a child in 1997. However, the record exists according to them, not to me, because I don't have access to that system.
Yeah.
But they said, but it's sealed. It was sealed on December 2018. We've also spoken to Kevin Blatt, remember, who saw that X tape of Meghan Markle. He saw her there, and that sex tape happened in 2012. So Meghan Markle has been going around even behind Trevor's back, because clearly she was cheating on the guy, and that is just my humble opinion.
Allegedly, that's allegedly Paula's opinion.
My humble opinion.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just letting everyone know that allegedly that's your opinion.
Allegedly,
we don't even know if that's your opinion.
According to Corey Vitiello, she was dating Corey Vitiello because there were messages with him in 2012 when she was still married. She flew to England in August, and she was still married to Trevor Engelson, and she was having and I have that. I mean, I have the receipts, guys. Meghan Markle was having with Katie Hine. Her agent managed to get her an interview with let me see. I'm gonna play that because I think people, this is in August 2013. She was still married. Trevor thought he was still happily married. She was dating Corey Vitiello, and there were also the tweets from Peter Holland, the hockey player, saying stuff, Meghan Markle, when he found out she was married, no more 1 in a million conversations, like this is all out there, guys. I mean,
can I say something, Paula?
Yeah, jump in.
If they were so happily married, why now there's a scenario putting out there that there was issues because children couldn't come into the marriage? I'm confused by that.
Trying to dirty Trevor's marriage thing. They're trying to discredit everything. This is what's here. This is Katie Hine on record about the conversation she had with Rachel Meghan Markle. Wait.
I had a drink with Meghan Markle 10 years ago. I had a drink with Meghan Markle.
Let me put it from the beginning.
Yeah, nice.
I had a drink with Meghan Markle, which changed the face of the British monarchy. I arrived, it was a freezing winter evening. There was only one reason why Meghan wanted to meet me, and that's because she wanted column inches. She had asked various other showbiz journalists who had declined her offer. I was the only one that went to meet her. She wanted to be famous in the UK, and she was very underwhelming, very quiet actually. And we started talking about our love lives, and she told me that she had just got divorced, she was in the process of being divorced, and how hard it had been, and how hard she was finding it to find a man. And then she brought up Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole, of course, is a former Chelsea and England football player. I'd written about Ashley Cole and his divorce and his alleged affairs while he was married to Cheryl Cole. So I shared this information with her. Her face dropped. So many people say to me, oh, why didn't you just let her go out with Ashley Cole? If you just let her go out with Ashley Cole, then Prince Harry would not have met her, Prince Harry would not have married her, and Prince Harry might still be,
Now, keep in mind that Meghan Markle was still married to Trevor Engelson, who he thought was happily married, because if we go by what he said, that receiving the ring at the beginning of December by DHL was a shock to him. He thought he was actually getting ready to go see her to Toronto. He has said that. He's on record saying that he was absolutely blindsided.
Yeah.
She was also, we've seen the tweets between her that Peter Holland posted. Meghan Markle, I just found out you're married, no more 1 in a million conversations. Trevor, what's it called? Trevor Engelson, no. Corey Vitiello also was dating her, because we've seen him posting pictures of her eating at the Harbor Room in Toronto, of which Corey was the head chef. And we know that this woman does that. I mean, and Doria had come to visit, and there were pictures. She posted a picture of her on Instagram eating at the Harbor Room. Okay. So she had Corey Vitiello, Peter Holland, and Trevor Engelson, and she was in the UK looking for a man. Okay. So this is the kind of woman. I mean, I hope Harry had himself checked for SA.
Oh, hey, yeah. Listen,
the-
everyone's good. That's just good advice, Paula. You're not making accusations. We're just saying, hey, everyone, if you ain't ever had a tiny umbrella stuck down your pee and had it tested, probably time to go and have that tested. It's a real fun day out for everyone involved. Lady Letitia, it's looking sunny where you are. How are you? What's been going on?
Oh, nothing. P. Diddy got arrested. What is going on?
Oh, yeah. He's been arrested, and we're just now waiting to see what happens. We were reading out an article earlier, Letitia. It went over the fact that he was expecting to be arrested, so he went to New York and all of this kind of stuff. But we live in a world where Huw Edwards can have 41 catty images and a catty video of children being abused on his phone and just avoid jail. We are doing well on planet Earth in 2024. It is mind-boggling. So we need to wait and see, Letitia. What do you think? What are your thoughts? And tell us. In fact, you know what? Of all the times that you're here, we always seem to either be wrapping up or talking about paranormal. Give us your input on the Harry and Meghan situation. Like, give us.
Okay. Well, okay. So, what about the Hollywood Reporter that came out and said that she's this horrible bully of a boss, that she's terrifying, frightening, that she's a dictator on heels?
Yes.
I mean, my God, she is in some serious trouble. I think karma has knocked on the door.
I agree, and I like to refer to that article now as the backup evidence for Paula's maid video. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was like it was the same story. It was the same things that were being said. It was different words. It was different people. I get that, but my God, that's I was just talking about it with Paula again today. I can't believe the ass whipping that she took in that story.
Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot. Valentine Lowe, the reporter who broke the first bullying thing with Meghan Markle in the UK, also spoke to the Newsweek about the Hollywood Reporter, saying that he doesn't know about I mean, that he can't vouch for what the Hollywood Reporter is saying, but that it had very similar tones to what happened in the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
of course it did. The bullying report is in a vault over there at the palace, waiting for somebody to go get the key and open it and tell us. We don't need to know now. We have heard from Hollywood Reporter that it is official. She is a true bully. Hello, Queenie.
Hi, Letitia. How are you?
Great. And Paula and Ron. Yes, it's shocking. I did a video on it last night. I just think it's damaging. It's going to hurt her, and she's trying to do damage control, but you can't. It's a done deal. Hollywood has pinged you out.
Oh, our side chat, right? Do you know what our side chat looks like? It looks like some headlines from one of these like gossip newspapers, right? It's like her eggs were frozen. He says this person has said it's freaking wild. Like, and it just shows you how much passion, how many people are interested in all of this. I just want to say that a certain family has reported the passing of a certain family member. We ain't touching that. We ain't touching that until
we shouldn't be touching it at all. Period.
We shouldn't be touching it at all. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, so I'm just letting you
By
know.
the way, I just want to say something very publicly. I love the Royal Grift.
Yeah.
I haven't followed recollections may vary. I'm subscribed to her recently. I haven't watched her stuff or anything, but for me, we here at least try to support everybody who want to put out their content out there. The Royal Grift has been and is a very, very, very creative YouTuber, content creator. She does a lot of research. She puts a lot of hours. People may not like what they read or may not agree with what she say, but that is your prerogative. That is your prerogative not to agree or whatever, but it doesn't mean that she's a liar or anything like that. I love her content. I'm getting to know, as I said, recollections may vary. Clearly, I'm now more careful about the people that I get in touch with because given the circumstances of the past weekend,
Yeah.
so but I love the Royal Grift, and I
Yeah.
love my subscribers. I want to thank all of my subscribers and followers. I want to thank you all. You guys have been amazing through the situation I went. I didn't have to do anything. You guys did it all for me. And it shows how fierce you guys are because I just want to know. I know many of you wanted me to go watch that live because you were worried about me. I wasn't worried about me because I knew. Guys, I never have to go because I know and I do stand by what I put out, even when it's trashed. Okay. And the only times my stuff is removed from my YouTube is when YouTube does it for me.
Yeah. That's exactly what my attitude is like. It's like I'm not going to go and watch a video and people calling me out on things I have freaking receipts and evidence and proof
Yeah,
for.
I wasn't worried about that. I was worried people would believe them, So,
Yeah.
but thankfully, people were like smart. People were really smart, and apparently they were. I haven't even called them out or anything. I mean, I've tried to move on from this. I just don't do forgiveness. I'm not God. Only God forgives. I don't forgive anybody when they're not really sorry. That's all I have to say about that.
I think that was brilliantly put. That was some skippity skippity dip. Brilliant. Love it.
The Royal Grift, please go subscribe to her. We love the Royal Grift. At least I do.
Yeah,
I would have done collabs with her, but she doesn't have I can't get in touch with her. But so at least from me, from little old me, you have I'll back you, and Molly too.
Yeah, and if you want finger dancing, the legal dancing fingers, put on a hoodie, let me know. Skippity, skippity, skip, skip, skip. All of that stuff. It is mine. That's how I live my life now. That's the way it goes.
Can we just go back to let grown man cry? Who are these people that she's employing? Are they like 7th grade kids?
No, these are people that have education, that are CEOs and some. I mean, she's hired some good people.
I think these are like educated fools because there's no way on this green earth that Megan could make me cry. Like I would say, girl, go and take several seats before I just tip. Simple.
I know.
You
know
what?
Queenie, she made Queenie. She made the eights cry too, didn't she?
I think these people are just so weak and whiny because I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the way I was raised. I couldn't see no matter what position this girl would be in, she couldn't make me cry. I would oh God, that every time I hear that it winds me up because I'm like, how is this possible? And saying grown man, I'm like, I would if this man was related to my daughter, like her husband to be, I would say get rid of that person. Like, don't even give that person a time of day. No, no, no.
Too
Let me
weak.
tell you
Too
something.
weak.
I know where her power relies on. For example, with the employees in the United Kingdom, the employees were helpless because this woman is so vindictive that she knows that they need a reference. And if you don't have a good reference from the royal family, you're done. Number
Over
one.
here, Paula, I think it's not it's illegal to give someone a bad reference. It's best to not say anything, but you're not allowed to give someone a bad reference.
But what I'm saying is that she would put out stories anyways, because we know how that this woman leaks stories out. Now,
See, this is where I'm saying they're dumb because, oh my God, there's so many things I don't want to say because, we're in this politically correctness place, and I can't curtail my words to suit algorithm. But I'm just gonna say this: whomever allowed this little 5'2" to get under their skin needs to see someone. Simple.
I just want to say for everyone who's 5'2", including my pregnant fiance who's currently loaded with hormones, I didn't just say that. Okay, I was here when it
No,
was said.
I did not mean it in a derogatory way or
I
anything.
didn't say it.
I
Okay,
didn't.
that wasn't me. Okay, I was just sat here. So if you want this back, I was Queenie. All right.
You know what I think it is, Queenie? You know what I think it is? Don't forget, that people did another live and they were talking about Meghan bullying thing, huh? And people were saying because the lawyer has leaked down. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
And maybe Queenie, when
something
you're
saying
in the
that.
moment,
No, you guys talk. You guys talk. Yeah, you guys talk.
Yes.
you know, when you're in the moment, you're at work and and then she walks past you with these heels on. Get to work, Letitia. Get to work.
Listen, Latish, listen. You know when that crazy thing was going on that started about 4 years ago, yeah? Every single day, myself and my manager, we argue like every day because she's like, you need to wear it. I'm like, no, I don't. You have to, if you are saying stuff to me that makes no sense, we're going to have a discussion. It's either you're going to say, you go, I go my way or whatever, but I don't know.
When you say discussion, Queenie, it sounds like one of those 2 women go in, only 1 woman comes out.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I find it weird when people say, "Oh, I was bullied." I don't know if it's just where I'm from or it's a cultural thing, but it's just weird to me. It's weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. I know people can be nasty, and I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to me. That's just my
Yeah.
take on it.
The thing is,
It's
though, Queenie,
weird.
like Meghan Markle, let's not forget that the governor of California, this woman is, whether we like it or not,
Good point.
she's
Good point.
connected.
Yep.
She's connected. So I can just see her. These people know because this is how corrupt Hollywood is. Even if they know that Meghan Markle is a skank, it is their skank. So if an employee
Yeah.
turns on her, they're gonna think, oh, he's gonna do it to me later on. So they can't complain or anything because among themselves they protect each other. So even though because they say, oh man, if he's gonna say that about Meghan, who's to say that he's not gonna say that about me when he's angry? So they can't say it and they can't defend themselves. The governor of California went on national television and lied because the R12 was delinquent when he said that it wasn't delinquent at the time.
Yes.
And it was removed days later while still being delinquent. I know
Yeah.
because I was showing
Yeah,
them.
I literally, and I do understand what you're saying, Paula, but sometimes you have to stand up to these people, no matter the cost. And that's where I think too many people are fearful because, oh, I've got to pay my light bill, I've got to make sure
Yeah.
that my rent. And the reason for that is because they don't have um you guys know that I'm very into my creator. And because most of these people, they're not in tune with that being, they are fearful that, oh, I'm going to be on the streets, I'm going to be on this. This was even said to me by my manager. She's like, oh, you've got the kids and you're single at home. If you don't do this, and I'm like, listen, there's nothing you can say to me to make me do anything that I don't want to do.
Yeah,
When
I'm
I
with
took
you.
them to court, I was representing myself, and they came with about 8 different people from just me. I've never been to law school, nothing. And they came for me, just me representing myself.
So
And one of
can
those
these people
very
sue?
big people that their name is RC, that's the end of the last name. They own the company that I was working for, and one of them was in the courtroom, and I went up against them because you have to stand up to people and let them know, no matter how big you are, someone else who I serve and believe in is bigger than you. I may not have won,
Yeah.
but I won because they had to come in with so many of them from me representing myself.
Can
Yeah,
you
but
give me a
there's a
So
little
So
it's
difference.
all about
Paula,
standing up to,
Something.
yeah.
There's a little bit of a difference
Paula, give me a second. Give me a second. So, Queenie, what you're saying is you believe that the higher force was listening, right? So next time you're
Yeah.
talking to, can you tell him to pay attention to all the little choir boys that are getting beasted by the people that represent his church, if you don't mind? Just because he seems to be
No.
ignoring them, but listening.
Mm, no, Ron.
Just throw
Oh
that in
God.
there next time. Just be like, hey, also, Jeebus, can you sort out that? Can you see these? Can you sort that out, please? And also, that was just me being devil's advocate with you.
But
Queenie.
this is why I always said
Ron.
that it's not that Meghan is powerful. Megan truly is a nobody, guys, and so is Harry. The problem is that they're backed by this powerful people because
can they sue her?
if they fall, then they will fall too because Harry and Meghan have been around these people that have seen stuff. You know that there is a file that was recovered from P. Diddy's rating thing with Harry in it?
Yes,
Just
sure
saying.
was.
Just saying. There sure
So,
was. Right?
so Paula, can these employees come back and sue Megan for being a
Absolutely.
bully?
They can, but it depends on I'm not very much into law, guys. But from what Auntie said, they have a period of time to do so. If they don't do it, and apparently that was the problem with the UK employees, that the deadline had passed for them to sue
Okay.
Meghan Markle, the Duchess, who didn't remember the hundreds of emails she sent to Carolyn, what's the name of the book? The Omid and Carolyn Duran about the book. How this is a woman who's still going on about when I was 11.
Listen,
No,
I
you know
cannot.
what, Megan? When you were 11, George is 11. The future king of England, if there's still a monarchy, the future king of England at 11 was badass flying in a helicopter. If
Yes,
that
he
is not,
was.
that is not, he was power. That is power, buddy. Do it the NDAs. You know what I've learned? Yesterday, I asked a question and somebody sent me an email, and I'm very thankful for that. From what this person sent me, and I'm sorry because I don't remember all the legal terms, but it's basically boils down to it. You cannot use an NDA to get away with a crime. That includes
I don't
essaying
think
or
so.
bullying, anything like that. If you're bullied or anything like that, if you're listening to
Or
this, that is a
discriminating.
form of a crime or discriminating, you can break the NDA. So people, because a lot of people are hiding behind NDAs to silence others for the crimes.
Yeah. Plus, as
Yeah.
well, in America, in some situations, it comes down to whose lawyer's budget is bigger. It usually, do you know what I mean? You can usually just
Yeah.
make somebody run out of finances and they're donezo, if that makes sense. Well, listen. Oh, Paula has been struck by lightning / flooding / an act of Jeebus. Who knows? I tell you what, though, Queenie, we had a brilliant comeback from my bit of sarcasm towards you there. She says it's
Yeah.
not God. That's not God's work. That's the devil's work. That was a great response. That was a great answer. I just want to say that was a great answer to the whole
Yeah. I
answer.
didn't get to answer you though.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
thank
That's
you.
good.
Thank you, Jenny J.
She's terrifying me. If I can just get a quick cheeky remark in, and then right as Paul is about to start speaking, I know I'm in the safe zone, Queenie. Do you know what I'm saying? Queenie can't get do you know what I'm saying? Then she's just going to send me a voice note that I won't listen to annoy her even further. Do you know what I mean? Well, listen, Letitia, Queenie, have you got any other points you want to throw in? We're closing on the 2-hour mark. It's a fantastic show today.
Oh, is that how long you guys been on? Oh dear. Where was I?
Keep it real. What I need from you is not a link. Can you write out the title of our video and then put a little timestamp in as a comment for me? I'm sorry to be a pain in the bum. I just don't click on links on the internet, mate. That's all. Jenny, honestly, that should be. And you know what? I'm not even part of that club, but anytime anyone says that now, that's what I'm going to say to them. Because it's a banger. It's a banger answer. I don't know why. I don't know why you're not all preloaded with that answer. Truly, Jenny J's not the first one to say that. Everyone in the Jesus Club should be fully ready with that response, because that was a good one. I like it.
Yeah, those are that's the manipulation of the devil, what he does to people to make you think that, oh, your God is so good, why is he allowing this to happen? It's like the story about Job. Job had everything in this world, and the devil was trying to do everything in his power to make Job renounce God. And the devil went to God and say, listen, I'm gonna do these things to him if you allow me, and I will see if he will renounce you. And he did everything in his power that he think he had, and he killed Job family, take away everything. He made him ill, and he was still being grateful and
Yeah,
gracious to
yeah,
God.
okay. But in the same thought process, he designed he designed the human body, apparently, right? And decided to put the most sensitive part of my body in a bag of elbow skin hanging off the front of my body, right? Why? Why a bag?
So hold on, where else would it work
Well,
for
I thought about this.
procreation to happen?
I've thought about this, Queenie, okay? And
Yeah.
it's not so much the carrot, so to say. It's more the bulbs, if you know what I'm saying. I'm thinking turtle shell, little tiny turtle shell underneath there. Anything hits off of it, you're good.
Oh my
In a
God.
bag of fucking skin. Terrible idea. Terrible. No, that's how you know God's a woman, right? I'm sorry. I'm just saying she might have got a no, actually, no, because she's a woman who also hates women. I'm sad to say, right? Because you guys got it tough. I'm just saying, right? You guys got it real bad, real bad, real bad. Okay, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, yeah, Also,
Oh my God, Ron, you crazy.
one in the side chat. If I'm going to get my turtle shell down there, would you ladies like a birthing flap that just instead of having to push it out, you just a birthing flap opens and the baby just kind of goes "Hiya!" and comes out, and you close the birthing flap and it heals. Because to me, that's a better design. Because that whole area, that's a good time place. That's a good time. And then
Oh no,
So separate
Ron.
from everything else. Oh Lord.
all I'm saying, right, is one time I was living my life. And I had a big TV. I had a big 48-inch TV, and I rotated round on my chair, and in full HD glory was an episode of a show called One Born Every Minute. Put a one in the side chat if you've been eating your dinner, flicking through the channels, and One Born Every Minute, there's just a 4K crowning baby. A crowning full HD shot of the whole of my TV looked like this. And then this. Ah! That is the equivalent of an innocent bystander in a shooting, as far as I'm concerned. Traumatized, right? I purposely stayed away from that end during all the births of my children. Cut the cord on all of them, no problem. I can't unsee stuff. Okay, if I've got to see a tiny human coming out of you, I'm never going to be able to look at you ever again. It's going to be like a really badly put together. I don't know. My brain can't take it though. You see the state I'm in just thinking about it. So yeah, man, birthing flap. Anyway, that's what happened. Paula, 30 seconds. Paula was gone. 30 seconds it took us to get onto birthing flaps and all of this madness. That's what happened. That's what happens when
birthing flap. No, our body are designed beautifully and wonderfully. Yes.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying if you had a chance to make some modification, okay?
Oh no, I wouldn't change anything.
Oh, well, that's fine, Keeney. That's fine. I'm getting a fucking turtle shell. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right. Wolverine claws and a tiny turtle shell. That's what I'm after.
I probably wouldn't mind the flap.
See, one in apparently 50% of women agree. All right. I'm just saying. Right, I need to go. This is gonna happen. Yeah, Royal Mess is happening Friday. I'm gonna come up with some cheesy title like Royal Mess Reunion or something mad. Hi, we need to use you for an experiment. Is everything okay?
Who? Oh, it's Dan. Hello, Dan.
Everyone says hi, Dan. Okay, so can you watch this
Hi,
video?
Dan.
Right. I need you to watch this video of Meghan Markle, and I need you to react to whether or not you can. Just give me 1 second, babe. Just give me 1 second. I'm shit at working Twitter. Just give me a second. What do we do?
I bet Dan laughs at you all day long. I would.
Oh, she's either laughing at me or wanting to punch me in the face. Hang on. Well, you got what? You got me some treats. Ah! Okay, so I want you to watch this video. See this video here. Could you do this? Look how pregnant she thinks she is, right? In high heels, could you bend down with both your knees together and pet this dog? Keep in mind, she's meant to be heavily pregnant. Dan has got a confused look on her face. Yeah, she's confused by the whole thing. I'm going to try and get you to do this. I don't think you're going to be able to do this. I don't think any pregnant woman can be able to do this. No, you're not chubby. But look how high up it is. Yeah, she's not chubby. Don't believe her false news about herself, man.
Clarification.
She's talking some bullshit right there. So yeah. Also, as well, a fun new thing for me is every time anyone says the first name of Meghan's ex-husband, Sean Atwood alert alarms start going off all over the office. If you know, you know. All right, listen. Thank you all for being here. You're all awesome. Letitia, Queenie, and Paula, all of you in the side chat, everyone, thank you for being here. We'll be back tonight. I think Sean's got a couple of shows tonight. I think I've got a show tonight. It's all happening. I need to go post them. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.
Bye, Queenie. Bye, side chat.